The federal government has been tasked to integrate youth in its conflict prevention planning. This was stated as several youth in Abuja were trained on early identification and detection of conflict signs in their communities. Stakeholders at the event say the youth form a greater percentage of participants at any training, and involving them in gathering data can go a long way to nipping threats in the bud.
In terms of conflict management, I think young people are prone to being tools of conflict because that's a stage of life where they're very hot-headed and very easily manipulable. What I would say is that there's a lot to live for. It's important to consider the future and to not be tools of, what would you call it now, to not be tools of political actors in the 2023 election, because, well, the same political actors will never put their own selves or people that they care about in the same situation. I think there should be more work towards adopting early warning measures. I think we should do more to build the capacity of people in terms of understanding early warning, and I think the government should take a less kinetic approach, more of a dialogue approach towards conflict issues.
Some of the early warning signs is the ability of young people in their communities working with stakeholders involved to be able to prevent conflict from happening by deploying mechanism needed for them to detect the violence and prevent it from happening. I think major causes of conflict, I think I will discuss about two. There's lack of understanding and lack of peaceful coexistence among us. Lack of communication in the sense that people don't talk to each other, people don't table matters and discuss it. While lack of community engagement is the fact that our communities are just in disarray. They don't discuss about issues by themselves and solve it. I would advise our young people to avoid violence by any means necessary. And by saying that, I mean that they should avoid political actors whose mission is to destabilize the polity and cause trouble among our people. We have always accused of young people of violence, and they are having access to those young people because of lack of employment and at some point schools. So if we can be able to talk to our youth to understand the importance of peaceful coexistence, peaceful of having a free, fair and credible election, I think our young people will be able to do better than being perpetrators of violence. I would advise the government to give a level playing ground for all parties involved, all political parties, stakeholders involved in elections, civil societies, NGOs, and international community, so that we can record one of the best elections in recent years.
Some of these conflicts, it can end with just two people sitting down to talk, or two group of individuals sitting down to talk and to meet at a middle ground. My advice to the youth is that in this forthcoming election is that whatever they are doing, they should put the love of their country at heart. They should consider where they want the country to be in 10 years' time. When you put the love of your country at heart, it will guide your decisions and help you to make the right decision. It will help you not to make selfish decisions. My advice to them is also to desist from conflict, to anything that will lead to electoral violence, because the end result is what will affect us all. What affects one affects us all. My advice to the government, traditional rulers and all stakeholders is that they should invest more in conflict prevention measures. They should also invest in peace-building activities, because in as much as they invest in other sectors of the society, the economic sector, education sector, and the health sector, if there is no peace in the society, all these other sectors will fail. So as much as they are investing in all other sectors, they should also invest in peace-building activities and conflict prevention measures.
I have in mind to take this to the various communities I lived in, engaging with young people physically, if possible, and on the social media. I can leverage on the social media to create more awareness on how we can encourage and promoting early warning detection in our communities. And my advice to young people out there is we need to focus on development. We need to be conscious of security and be on the pathway of issue-based campaign. I believe a lot of young people are participating in the community engagements, and there is a need for them to actually prioritize peace and issue-based campaigns in their communities. The prime objectives of any government is to provide peace and security to the nation, and if they fail to provide that, then the government is considered as a failed government. So as such, the government should deploy all strategies to ensure that there is peace in the society, in the country.